none you see all of these people do. Half of these people on social media be fake, be capping, all of that, man. You ain't gotta do none you see all of these people do to get where you wanna go. Last year was the first time I ever seen my bank account go under 10,000 in 14, 15 years. I put everything in God's hand, and I know my faith is very, very strong. I meditated every single day for 2 months straight, staying at my mom's crib. Almost 20 bands less than 2 months. In 3 months, I was 60K up.
You seen my prayer, grab my hand and I face my fears. You never left when you seen my tears. You never left when I called you was near. When you love me with my flaws, oh wow. Before I ever had a name, you was Abba. I was living in my sin and I knew that I was wrong. And you called me your son and I don't know what I did to deserve it. On the cross you saved my life. Walk by faith, I don't live by sight. Living for Jesus, brother, this my life. Brother, this my life. Telling the world, brother, this my life. Living for God, brother, this my life.
Get out here, do some activities, enjoy yourself, do what you love. Like, don't box yourself in with just, you know, doing something that you hate.
What is going on, everybody? It's basically a new year. 2025 is over, done and over with. We accomplished each and every one of our goals that was written down earlier this year. Very, very proud of myself. Very, very proud of myself. I can't believe we made it, man. It's genuinely a lot that happened this year. So much. So freaking much that happened this year. We done lost a lot of money. We done gained a lot of money. We didn't experience a lot. We done had a lot of bad times. A lot of bad times that we felt that wasn't gonna turn into good times, but we made it, you know? We made it. 2026 is not that far. We only got, what? 23 hours until basically a new year, a new start, a new chance for us to, you know, start over and write a new plan, write some new goals, challenge ourselves for the new year. So 2025 was basically a full investment year for me. I invested a lot. I worked on myself. I read a whole lot of books. And I've basically then got this book collection up, which was a goal of mine. I'm still working on it. Books are expensive, so I'm still working on it. I'm trying to get to a level to where I can just come in my living room and just read, you know? I don't want to be to a point to where I just read every book that I have. I want to be able to be like, all right, I want to choose this book. Let me read this book today and just read it. So I just purchase at least 2 to 3 books a week. I try to get, I've been doing that for about 2 months now, just buying 2 to 3 books, but I've been doing 1 book or 3 books every other month, previous before 3 months ago. So yeah, we building for sure. In the beginning of this year, I was kind of fresh moving in here. I applied for the application last year around November, but I didn't get the key until mid-December. So early January, this crib was empty. Nothing in here, no furniture for real. I brought a Christmas tree in here, but I really didn't have no furniture in this mug. I probably just had my bookshelf and my bed and that was really it. And I was trying to just get my body used to staying here. In January, I shot my first movie of mine. I knew that 2025 was gonna be the year that I took filmmaking very, very serious. I had a plan. I actually still got screenshots in my phone. I had a plan since August last year that I was going to buy a camera when I got enough money to buy a camera. Last year was a bad year for me. Finances wasn't where I wanted them to be. And, I knew that I wasn't going to put myself in the same situation this year. So I had to take a step back, move in with my mom, save. And then, after I felt like I was comfortable enough to get back on my own, I got this place. And when I moved here, I knew what the plan was. I knew what my focus was. I made a lot of money, saved up a lot of money, but I spent at least 80% of that money investing in my camera, investing in lights, investing in everything that I needed. But before I invested in all of this stuff, I had a movie that I shot in January, which I just said. And in February, police raided my crib. They took everything, my computers, my phone, what else? My guns. Yeah, they took everything. So all of the money that I made off of my premiere early this year, I had to spend that to basically buy everything back. I bought another computer. I actually bought 2 new computers, and I had to start over again, which was not a problem. It didn't take me that long to rebuy a computer. I know money comes and goes, and I think that's something that we really need to understand, that a lot of stuff will feel bad and feel like the world is turning upside down, but in reality, it doesn't last long. Life will always test you, and you just have to be strong enough to hold on. You know what I'm saying? After that situation, it was oh my God, it was a mental breakdown for a little minute, because I felt like, I got to a point to where I was just so tired of just restarting, and especially after the situation that happened 8 to 9 months prior. And, I got into a bad headspace where I felt like I just didn't want to keep restarting or keep feeling like things are not going the way that I would want them to. After being in a certain space for so long, I've been, financially free and up and doing what I want to do for a very, very long time. I've been traveling the world for a very, very long time. And actually, this is the first year I didn't go out the country since I was 22. And that's a long time. I decided that I knew like this year was going to be a focus year, an investment year, so I'm not going to travel as much. But after that, I bought, my first camera. I bought the camera that I wanted, which was the FX6. And it's crazy because August of last year, I was texting and messaging people that I know, like, man, I'm gonna get this camera soon. I don't know if I'm gonna get it early, but I know for sure I'm gonna have it by the end of 2025. I'm definitely gonna have this camera. And I told myself that over and over, but I got it in April. I purchased it in April. I bought it brand new in a box, man. I was so happy. I literally invested 80% of my money that I had to my name into building this camera. I bought everything at one time. I didn't hesitate. I bought the boom mic. I bought the boom mic stand. I bought lights. I bought the camera. I bought the cage that go around the camera. I bought so much stuff less than 3 days. Like, and it costed so much. Like, let me just say, just the mic, the boom mic, not the stick, the arm cost $400. That's just the arm. The mic itself is $1,000. The mic itself, just the mic. And I'm buying V mounts. Y'all don't know what that is. It's a battery that goes behind the light. And I bought lights. I bought everything at one time, you know. So I was very, very proud of myself. Very, very proud of myself. I'm very proud of myself for this entire year. Just based off of, like, you know, everything that I went through and experienced. And, you know, this was a learning year. I don't want to say what's going to happen next year, but I genuinely know that it's going to be an amazing year. I set myself up to have an amazing year for sure. So just know that I know it's going to be tough. I know it's going to be a lot of things that's going to be hard that I'm going to have to get through. But I know for sure it's going to be an amazing year. You have to tell that to yourself. It's going to be an amazing year. I have plans. I have a lot of plans, a whole lot of plans. And I'm going to shoot a whole lot of movies, which is another topic and another highlight of this year. I have one movie on Amazon Prime right now and another movie processing on Amazon Prime. Two of my own movies that are processing to be put on these platforms. So, you know, having a movie on Amazon Prime was one of my biggest goals. You know, what's crazy is I wrote it in my bio that one of my biggest goals was to get a movie on Amazon Prime or Tubi. And it happened before, you know, the year was out. So, man, I can't do nothing but, you know, man. You know, I'm trying not to, you know, let these topics, you know, get me, you know, get under my skin. But this year was definitely one of the biggest challenges. I ran my first half marathon. You know, I've seen the capabilities of the level of what I can, you know, reach this year. I don't think I reached my highest limit, and I feel like it's still more to me, but I felt like this year was the year that I've seen the limits of what I can handle. And it let me know that I can handle more than what I can handle. Based off of like all the things that I've done, I did a lot of races this year. I did something that I never thought I would do, which was a high rocks. And I trained hard. I trained so hard for this high rocks. And I don't think I've ever been to the gym as much. I don't think I've ever pushed myself as hard until this year, you know? So, man, I pray that all of you guys challenge yourselves to the limits, you know? And I constantly tell myself all the time that, like, you don't want it bad enough. If you don't have it, you don't want it bad enough. If you can see it, you can hold it in your hands. You have to stay consistent, you know? But anyways, guys, I'm I don't want to drag this video, man. I just wanted to sit down and talk about this amazing year that I had. We're going to have a great 2026. So make sure you tell yourself that and believe it. Write some notes, and believe it. So without further ado, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment.